So I've just made my mushroom identification video, and I'm going to be cleaning up kitchen. But whilst I'm doing that, there was a topic which sprang to mind, and this topic, I'm wondering what women feel about it, because over this past 14 years since I have been doing my YouTube channel, I don't know whether it's the depth of topic that I'm speaking about now, which is intimidating all these men, or whether men have just become more flaccid, passive, less conscious, hermit-like, no balls. I'm telling you now, people, the amount of men that have challenged my ego, and it's always the ones that have got the biggest ego that point their one finger at my ego, but don't see the three pointing back at theirs. And you think you know, oh, I know more than this, oh, you're saying that, and I'm like, oh, look, forget all this business, just come and talk. Oh, I'm just saying this and I'm saying that. Look, as I say, it's difficult to interpret what people are saying. We need to ask more questions to discern precisely what's going on. So come and talk. Until in the end it gets like, you're a narcissist, you're egotist, and you're this, and I'm like, well, what are you? You're girly bottom, backboneless fucking cretin that is supposed to be a man. Where are the men? Women? Where are the men? Where are these self-made, assertive men that, you know, I don't know even whether they have to have any, you know, knowledge or, but where are the ones that just act like the men? That if there's ever a problem, then they're going to deal with it. How many of you have men that if there's an issue with a neighbour, then they don't go round and get it out? They don't go round knocking on the door, what's going on? You know, we can't keep going on like this. Or even go round, see them and say, look, we can buy boxing gloves for about $10 from Amazon. Let's fucking buy a set. You know, I'll buy them. Buy a pair each, and then we'll go and sort it out. Your venue, my venue. I don't fucking care, and we can film it. So there's no bullshit after. We're both going to say that, yeah, we want to fight each other. It's got nothing to do with any fucker else. It's me and him, and we're going to do it like they used to in the old days. You know, when they used to have duels. If any gentleman had a problem with another gentleman, it's kind of like, oi, I'll see you on the local green at dawn tomorrow. And they'd have to go. They could not go, because if they did, then the whole region would have them down for being a coward, and no women want to date them. No women would dare, because all the other women were thinking, you're dating a coward, that's not a real man. He was scared of the duel, he mouthed off and then didn't want to back it up. And the duel would either be with a sword or a flintlock. Can you imagine? These are gentlemen, so what about the ruffians? You know, what went on there? Where are the men? I can't find any. And I can't say that, you know, I've met too many on my travels. You know, particularly in this last like 5 years, with this political correctness nonsense, and the liberals, and the whole push to effeminate men, and they're all bending like pussy willows, and they're succumbing to it, and they're all afraid of a confrontation, whether it's physical or whether it's verbal. In 14 years, I have only ever managed to entice one man who'd had something to say to me. And I called him out. I said, let's have a duel. Let's do it. On video. Okay. Send me the link. Send him a link. And as it turns out, he softened instantly. He just went, yeah, you just pissed me off when you said this and that, but I get where you're coming from and all right. We had a good chat. But in recent times, there's been half a dozen, not one of those pussies will come forward. As much as they think they know. It's kind of like these characters, they're the sort of people that fight from behind the door. Or they're going to kick the fuck out of you, but the missus is holding them back. You know, got a little frail woman that's holding these big men back. I'd do so much to you if I could get away from this little frail woman. It's a joke. It's a joke. And it just makes men look just pathetic. Nobody puts their face up, nobody puts their name up. Nobody wants to send an email because you've got the email. If you got my email, and everybody's just shitting themselves. At least in the old days, if you get like in the 80s, you get someone like, you know, couldn't get away from his missus, otherwise he'd do you damage. But now you don't even get that. I don't think they've got missuses. You know, I don't know whether women. What do you have to say about this? Have you noticed this? The men don't have any balls. Backboneless. Where's the men's men? Where's the real men? And all of these guys in the past, they've been so self-assertive about what they think they know, what I don't know. And I'm like, oh, well, just come and talk about it. Just be a man. Just come and talk about it. Not one. Not one. Never. And so, well, what does that do with me? I'm the sort of person, if someone says, boxing gloves, tomorrow morning at dawn, I'm like, I'll fucking be there. And I will. And if anybody's got something to say about what I am espousing, I'll be there to back that up as well. But too many people fighting for behind the doors. Let me see if I can do it. I love you. Oh, fucking I'm going to do so much to you. Pathetic. So I just thought I'd make a video for the women to see what you've got to say about that. And see if any men can chirp in and defend themselves. For God's sakes, there's been enough of you in recent times. You know, I just can't help but get bigger than life. I'm a parody of myself. I'm a puffed up, self-inflated, over-exaggerated ego. Because there's been nobody which is going to come to face me down or to challenge me, and so I just keep getting bigger, bigger and bigger and bigger. It's like I stand 15 feet tall and I'm made of muscles and all that. It's just ridiculous. So I just play on it. And the more I call these men out, and the more they shit themselves, the bigger I get. The more huge I become. You know, when we look on the internet for people that can actually talk, people that can hold a conversation, an intelligent, rational conversation, and they can back up everything that they say because there's substance there, and they're confident in whatever they're espousing has got a root to it, and it's self-knowledge. It is actually knowledge from their own experience not just what somebody else said. You know, these people in debates and they're always calling so-and-so and so-and-so, so-and-so and so-and-so, so-and-so and so-and-so. What do you know? What do you actually know? What have you experienced? At least with all the things I'm talking about, every single one of them, I've got an instantiation. I've got a story, a scenario from where I acquired this experience and knowledge. And in my book, it's filled with them. And I'm like, every time I'm, rewriting and I'm reading stuff, I'm like, who has got all these instantiations as to why they think like they do and how they feel like they do? I've had all these mega realizations about the biggest subjects on the planet. Religion, science, quantum physics, loads of stuff. And now I know what these great people or scientists have spoken about or written about because I've actually experienced. And I go, yeah. No. And so that is where I am now, and I've got this book. And it'll be ready for publishing in the new year. If anybody wants a serious, supernatural, phenomenological, metaphysical, spiritual, religious adventure, they'll buy the book. And then they'll go, fuck. Because there's just scores and scores of deep, enriching experiences that I've had, which have concluded something from. Like, just one. When I was climbing Mount Kilimanjaro, 18,000 feet, on the final ascent, I was absolutely exhausted. Altitude sickness, dejection, blurred vision and all different sorts of stuff. Thought I was going to die. Seriously, believed I was on the precipice of death. And then I said to myself, well, the only way I'm going to do this, the only way I'm going to get off this mountain is if I close my consciousness down. Can I do that? I did it. The next thing I was aware of, 3.5 hours later, I was on the summit. I got what I demanded from my consciousness, from the universe. I said there is only one fucking way I'm getting off this mountain alive, and that's if I step outside of my everyday consciousness, and the next thing I'm consciously aware of is the silver lining coming up over the top of that godforsaken mountain, because I'll know then that there's a new day dawned, because the ascent was at midnight. We started at midnight under the stars, and that's exactly what happened. And I tell story after story after story like this in that book, and I'm probably even going to go on to tell more stories. Because now the main body of it is down, I can call upon other things. But initially it was too overwhelming. I just had to get it all down. 14 chapters there are now, constituting 250 pages. It'll probably end up being about 300 pages. Anyway, people, well, I don't need to say any more. Anybody got any comments? Anybody got to defend themselves? Oh, you guys, me. Have you got anything to defend yourself? Oh, don't start defending from behind the door. Jabbing at me from behind the door. You know what my email is. Come prove to yourself at least that you're a man.